again. Today I'm here to make a video about all of the product that I use and why I use it. So a couple of people have asked for me to give that information, just to explain a little bit more in depth why I choose what I have. That being said, I am a hairstylist, so I have a lot of product. I tend to use myself as a guinea pig so that I kind of know, having used it on myself, how product feels throughout the day, how much you should use, all of that. So I don't expect anyone to have as much product as I have, but hopefully I can give you some more insight as to how you might choose what you'll use, and I also can give recommendations if people have any questions about product. Before I get started, I did want to mention that the salon is doing 20% off of all of your purchases until the salon opens back up. So anything you need, shampoo, conditioner, makeup, dry shampoo, root concealer, anything, we're doing 20% off until we open back up with drive up pickup. So you can reach out to me in a message, let me know what order you want, or ask for recommendations, and I'll get that information to my manager so we can set up a pickup time. So I'm gonna start with the products that I put in my hair when it's wet, and I'll explain to you why. So we'll start actually with shampoo and conditioner. In my arsenal in the shower, I have 3 sets that I generally use, and it's all depending on, how my hair is kind of feeling. So I have well water, and that is something that a lot of people in this area have. So when you have well water, a must is the Lanza Color Preserving Clarifying Shampoo. This stuff's awesome for people who get green toned hair when they're swimming, people with well water, people with product buildup. This clarifying shampoo is really unique because it's color preserving and it just clarifies off those excess minerals and chemicals. So it's really good for color treated hair. You could also use this though if you didn't have color treated hair. I pair that with the color preserving conditioner. So this is awesome to keep your color right where you want it. All of Lanza's shampoo and conditioners are sulfate free, paraben free, and this color preserving conditioner can also be paired with the color preserving shampoo, both of which prolong your color by 107%. So they have this flower shield complex, it's called. So they take everything that keeps the brightest flowers, as bright as they are, through the sun every day, and they put that into their formula. So whether you have bright pink hair, bright red hair, blonde, brunette, it's going to keep your color the most true from your salon color for the longest amount of time. So most blondes know about purple shampoo, although a lot of people use it wrong. So Lanza's Silver Brightening line is their purple shampoo and conditioner. I store them on the caps so that it's easier to squeeze the bottles, but these are awesome for blondes. With purple shampoo, a lot of blondes think, oh, I just have to use it because I'm blonde, but the truth is, unless you're seeing any gold to your hair, you don't need purple shampoo. So people who tend to, their blonde fades into that gold, which happens just from exposure, from minerals in your water, from, your toner fading, all kinds of things, the sun. So when you see any gold to your hair, the purple in the purple shampoo and conditioner neutralizes the gold. If you see no gold present, if your hair is very white and bright, you're going to see the violet to the shampoo and conditioner. So that's kind of how you know when you need it, when you don't. It's something that I only use about once a week, and I wash my hair 3 times a week. So I just use it for maintenance. Usually by that 3rd wash, I'm starting to see a little bit of warmth in my hair, so I'll use it, and then I'm good to go for the rest of the week. Another line that I use is the Bright Blonde. This is from the Blonde Rescue, or the Bright Blonde line in Lanza. So you don't have to be blonde to use this. What this is for is people who lighten their hair. So you could be brunette and either want highlights or have highlights, and it keeps your hair the healthiest possible when you're lightening. So they call it the Bright Blonde line, but it really is for anyone who uses lightener on their hair to keep the bonds in your hair the strongest possible while you're going through a lightening process or repairing from lightening. With that, I also love to use trauma treatment. So trauma treatment is a leave-in conditioner. You can use it as a conditioning treatment, but they are coming out with a conditioner that's specifically for a conditioning treatment type process. So trauma treatment, you'll just put a little bit in your hair after you've shampooed it as a leave-in conditioner. It's going to protect your hair color. It's going to protect you from UV, heat, all of that. It's really replenishing to keep the elasticity and porosity of your hair where you want it, keep everything healthy. So that's something I use every single time I wash my hair. I put it in before I even comb out. I always recommend using a wet brush. A lot of people know about these wet brushes, but they're awesome because the bristles are really soft. So when you're trying to detangle your hair after washing it, it won't pull at all. Great for little kids, great for people with long hair. I love it for my hair because it tends to tangle easily. So these are awesome so that you're not stretching your hair while it's wet, because actually breakage in your hair 99% of the time happens from overstretching your hair while it's wet. Hair's a lot stronger when it's dry, so you want to be super gentle with it when it's wet. So another product that I use when my hair is wet is the Lanza Healing Oil Hair Treatment. So this is an oil that you'll put in your hair when it's wet. You don't need a lot, but it's going to give you shine. It's going to help with that elasticity. It's very reparative to the hair. It's heat protecting. So all good stuff, and it gives a little bit of added moisture. So people who use a lot of heat, that would be a great thing to have. I also love Blonde Rescue. So this is a cream product. This also goes in when it's wet. It's got I think they call it a Vita C complex, so that helps really repair the bonds in your hair. So again, for people who go through lightening processes with their hair, this is going to be great to keep it moisturized, keep those bonds intact, and keep everything healthy while you're going through a lightening process or after a lightening process. It's also heat protecting, so that stuff is great. We'll talk about Bounce Up Spray. So Bounce Up Spray is awesome for people with fine hair who blow dry. If you're not going to blow dry your hair, Bounce Up Spray isn't going to be the best for you. So it does just what it says. It bounces your hair up. So when you're blow drying, this will help add some body. It's also heat protecting, UV protecting. I like it on days that I'm going to wear my hair straight. So I'll use that to add a little bit more body to my hair so it's not so flat on days I wear my hair straight. You can use it when you curl your hair, but it depends kind of how your hair holds a curl. So for me, I prefer on days I'm going to curl to use a mousse. Design Foam is my favorite mousse from Lanza. It's a 4 out of 10 hold for mousse, so it builds a lot of body, helps hold curl in your hair without feeling like you've got all this extra product in there. So that's why I would choose Design Foam over the Bounce Up Spray, because it really helps hold the curl in your hair, but both would be great for straight or curly. Next, I will move on to some dry products. So I'm going to start with the Style Edit Root Concealer. This is awesome for anybody who's got darker roots, lighter roots, gray, it doesn't matter. When your roots grow in, this is going to conceal them. So you'll spray it in, it'll be there until you wash your hair again. It doesn't feel cakey, sticky, it doesn't transfer. So this stuff is awesome whether you've got those gray roots, whether you've got roots like mine. If you color your hair dark and your lighter roots are coming in, this is going to conceal it. So for right now, this is an amazing product to have to kind of get you through to that next appointment. Next, I'll talk about dry shampoo. So I love both the Lanza Dry Shampoo and the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo. The nice thing about Moroccan Oil is it comes in light tones and dark tones. So if you're a brunette, you know a lot of dry shampoos will leave a lighter powder in your hair. But with Moroccan Oil's dark toned dry shampoo, it doesn't leave any white residue, so it's really great for you brunettes. When I use Moroccan Oil, I like to use it the morning of. But with the dry shampoo from Lanza, you actually use it on clean hair. So you'll put it in right away and it will prevent the oils from building up in your hair. So this one uses peppermint to actually naturally keep the hair clean and give some lift. So depending on kind of what your process is, you might prefer one over the other, but I like to keep both on hand because I love product. Now I'll move on to texturizing products for dry. I'll start with this powder Up Texturizer. This is a medium hold. It's got like a little bit of a baby powder type top. So when you use this, you're just tapping a little bit of powder onto the hair. This is great for when you want a lot of texture and a lot of real grip to the hair. So braiding, it's awesome for people with shorter haircuts, pixie cuts, who want that messy kind of, texturized look. I like to use it when I'm really going for like a really texturized, like tighter wave. I'll put some up top here, and it just really gives some nice grip to my hair. Next, I'll talk about dry texture spray. So this stuff is awesome. This is a texturizing spray. It's medium holds. I like this for like second day waves. So I'll spray this through the ends of my hair on a day like today. It's just going to give it a little bit more grip so that it doesn't settle into a flatter style, even though it's been a few days since I've washed my hair. The other nice thing about the dry texture spray is that it's heat protecting. So if you have to touch up any curls, you're protected from the heat. It's also an anti-humectant, so if it's humid, it's going to stop your hair from collapsing. So I love this stuff. It does have a bit more texture to it though, so on days that you don't want to feel so much grip to your hair, Hair Plumper is awesome. So Hair Plumper, I'll use this on maybe like a first day of curling my hair just to stop the curls from wanting to wrap together, so it'll keep everything separated. It is a finishing spray, so you wouldn't have to use a hairspray if you're using this, so it's nice for the first day that you're styling your hair with waves, or if it's straight, just to give it a little bit more body once it's dry. It doesn't feel very strong in the hair, so it doesn't feel like you've got a lot of product in, but it does give a big impact with expanding your hair, making it feel plumper. So this stuff is great. It's also heat protecting, so you can go back over with the iron. UV protecting. It's really awesome stuff. So this is, compared to the dry texture spray, a little bit of a lighter feel in the hair, but it still has a nice hold. So the hairsprays I'm going to talk about today are Final Effects and Brush Through Spray. So I'll compare the two. Final Effects is a strong hold finishing spray, so this is my favorite hairspray. It really holds everything right where you want it. Strong holds. It's a 9 out of 10, I think. And the nice thing about that is, even though it's a strong finish, when you feel your hair, it's not like Aquanet. It's not that spider webby, like really stiff. So it will hold your style really well without feeling like you have a helmet on. With brush through spray, this is meant just for that. You can still brush through your hair. It's a very, very soft finish. It's not as strong of a hold. This one is 6 out of 10, but it's, UV protecting, heat protecting. This stuff is awesome. It's anti-humectant. So this is for when you have like maybe longer hair, or your hair is straight and you want to be able to run your fingers through it without any of that hold getting in your way. So this is a really bouncy hold hairspray. And then the last things I'm going to talk about are Babe Lash. I love Babe Lash. This is something I can't live without. So it's a lash serum, and what you'll do with this is put it on, they recommend every other day, or four days out of the week. So you'll put it on before you do any of your makeup, and it's a lash serum that helps grow longer and fuller lashes. A lot of people are worried that it's going to change the color of your eyes. It won't do that. The way that it works is it pulls blood to the follicle of your lashes, so it promotes growth. So sometimes you'll see a little bit of redness, but that's normal because it's pulling blood to the surface, and that's how you're getting the results. So from my experience, usually in about 3 to 4 weeks of using this every other day, you'll start to see some longer lashes, and then from there they just get fuller and fuller. So I keep this in my routine, using it every other day. They do say you can use it morning or night, but I recommend using it in the morning before you do your makeup so that it can dry and stay put. If you put it on at night and you go to sleep and it kind of moves or drips, you might actually get some little hairs growing where you don't want them. So it's very effective, but you want it to stay where you want it. So I say in the morning, every other day. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is this Complexion Rescue. In my video yesterday, I used this as my foundation, and I have it on again today. So I love Complexion Rescue because it's really moisturizing, it's really light. It does have a SPF 30 in it, so now that the sun's coming out more, knock on wood, you don't have to worry about adding a sunscreen when you're headed out for the day. I like how it holds up throughout the day, so it doesn't lift off your skin like a lot of foundations will, but it still feels super light and moisturizing. So those are my must-haves, my products that I always keep in the arsenal here. Hopefully you've gotten some information out of this that might help you decide what products you might want to add into your routine, or maybe there's something that you weren't using the way that you should. So let me know if you have any questions, if you need any product recommendations. Like I said, we're doing 20% off all product orders until we reopen. So hopefully that'll be soon, but in the meantime, we can get you everything you need. So just message me if there's anything you want to try. All right, take care.